Yeah, so I was on Broadway for 10 years, and I really, I loved it. I had a great time. I did, a bunch of different shows and a bunch of tours, and really thought, like, since I was a little girl, that when I got on Broadway, my dreams would come true, and I wouldn't have any problems, and I wouldn't have any, like, it was going to be sunshine and roses. And I was very confused why that didn't happen. I, like, got on Broadway, and I still had problems, and it wasn't, Liza Minnelli wasn't waiting for me with a martini at Sardi's. And anyway, my last Broadway show was a chorus line, and I was understudying three of the lead roles, which basically means, like, you show up to the theater and have no idea who you're going to go on for. And I was finding it very stressful. Sometimes I would start the show as one character and they'd switch me to another. Really? Or I'd be in the dressing room just chilling, doing my taxes, and they'd be like, "Emily Fletcher, to the stage, please." And I'd be like, "Which costume do I put on?" And it was causing me a lot of agita. And so finally I started getting insomnia. So I had insomnia for 18 months. Couldn't sleep through the night. I started going gray at 26. And I was very, very confused as to why I was on Broadway in arguably the best musical of all time, and I was miserable. And so luckily this woman was sitting next to me in the dressing room, and she's actually Australian. And she was understudying 5 of the lead roles and seeming to have a great time. And I was like, "What do you know that I don't know?" And she said, "I meditate." And I was like, "Okay, and?" She's like, "No, it really helps with my stress. That helps me focus, helps me concentrate." And I didn't really believe her, so I just kept being miserable and kept having insomnia and kept doing my show. And then finally I was like, "Look, I'm going to need to have some of what she's having." And I was like, "What do you know? How can you do this so easily?" Because it seemed like everything she was doing was a celebration. Like every note she sang, she was celebrating. Every dance step she did was a celebration. Every bite of food was a celebration. And then she said, "Look, my teacher's in town. Do you want to learn?" And I was like, "Yep." So I went along to this intro talk. I liked what I heard. It made sense to me. Signed up for the course. First day for this course, I was meditating. I did not know what that meant, but I was doing something different than I'd ever done before. And then that night, I slept through the night for the first time in 18 months. And I didn't even know that curing insomnia was a side effect of meditation. I was just going because I was stressed and gray at 26. But then everything started getting better. I stopped getting sick. I stopped getting injured. I started enjoying my job again.
Yep.
And then it just up-leveled everything so dramatically that I felt inspired and compelled to be able to teach this to other people. It was confusing to me. Like, why isn't everyone doing this? Like, it's so easy.
I feel the same way. Why is it?
Yeah, why is it? I guess it's the same reason that everyone doesn't eat more vegetables and go to the gym every day. I think it's there's a resistance. I think that people are afraid of up-leveling. I think that people are sometimes afraid of stepping into their full potential. And then there's all the stories of, like, I don't have time, I could never stop my mind from thinking, all the stuff that all the misconceptions about meditation that fuel that fire of resistance.